What is going on, Bulls Nation? How are you guys doing? So we just got beaten by Cleveland, but this is not a video about Cleveland. They're gonna beat us. We're decimated right now with COVID and injuries, and I think at the time of this video we signed Stanley Johnson. So hopefully he can help relieve some rotation there, because we just got Matt Thomas now on the COVID protocol. So let's see what's gonna happen. However, even without that, we all know what the biggest elephant in the room here is the power forward position. Bigs, basically. We lack bigs. Now, we have one in Vooch, and he's a great offensive player. Defensively, he's decent. He's not terrible. He's not Carlos Boozer by any stretch. He can contest shots. He can actually block shots. The problem is when he does that, we get out rebounded on the backside. Now, if we're playing a smaller team, that might work out. We got DJ on the backside or DeMar, but we're playing somebody like Philadelphia, where you got Joel Embiid, backing down the post, took a shot. Now let's pretend that Vooch actually did a pretty good job on defending and contesting the shot, or maybe Drew Holiday drove to the basket. Vooch helped out. Normally, the backside rebound is the problem. They get put back, second chance shots. That is our biggest problem. Patrick Williams has a decent size at 6'7", still not ideal for a power forward. He has a better, I would say, body inside compared to DJ, though. DJ has the length, but so has Patrick Williams. But let's be honest, like, come playoff time, once we meet Giannis and Bobby Portis, and Brook Lopez, and now Boogie Cousins inside, we're going to need help inside. We got Vooch, who's, again, decent. He's not really Dikembe Mutombo here. So we need a legit power forward. And how the Bulls have performed this year, if this was a different performance, let's say we are, I don't know, 11-11, I wouldn't even be having this conversation. But right now, I feel like we have a legit chance to compete. Now, we got Tony Bradley as well, but, Tony Bradley's good for 6 fouls. Maybe against Embiid, you throw him out there with the Jokic, out there, he'll be fine. I'm more worried about the backside help, because that's not happening. The way our defense is constructed with the rotations and help defense, we need like a bigger, longer body inside. So what is the biggest solution here? We can do the waiver wire, like we could get some people in the buyout market. Those typically are, even if we get Robert Covington, for example, which we need to trade assets to get him, I don't think it's going to be enough. He's 6'7", obviously better than Javonte Green in there. I still think that we need a legit like 6'9" guy, 6'10" guy in there. Long wingspan with a constructed NBA now. It's good for rotation. And the guy that I'm thinking of is the guy holding the ball right now, which is Christian Wood. Great young talent. The problem with acquiring Christian Wood, though, is you're going to have to give up assets. Now, normally I would say trade draft picks, because this guy is young, 26 years old, controlled contract up to next year, but we don't have any draft picks. So with the Rockets, reportedly, not actively trying to shop him, but going out and saying that he doesn't fit our timeline because of their younger talents. Who fits their timeline is Patrick Williams. Now, Pat, don't get me wrong, love that kid. I think he's a bright future. He could be the next Kawhi. He could be, for all we know, right? And that's not that's not a stretch here. However, can he really help us this year? He's out for the season, most likely. Is he going to be back by April come playoff time? Maybe. But how's going to be his conditioning? Is he going to be ready to play? That's all, and even if he is, again, he's 6'7", not exactly the prototypical big that you wanted down there. Could he help in rebounding? Again, a lot better than Javonte Green in there. But hear me out here. If we're in a win now mode, and I feel like we could win it all this year, I think we match up well with the Nets. With Philadelphia, we're having troubles with him. I don't know about Milwaukee. About to find out. They're pretty big as well when they want to. So we need size inside. We can't outrun every team. We have a pretty good length with our guards and our forwards, but if we can get away, I would I love to trade just Kobe White. DJ and another player for Christian Wood, of course. I just don't think the Rockets would bite that though. I think for them to even start to listen, you're gonna have to include Patrick Williams. Now that's a hard pill to swallow because keep in mind now we're trading two lottery picks in here, 1/4 pick and 1/7 pick. Christian Wood is, they traded a first pick to acquire Christian Wood, so that just makes sense that they wanted two. You might even have to throw in a second rounder in there. I don't know. We just lost a second rounder, or maybe the Portland first. I don't know if that's worth Christian Wood. It might not be because I'm pretty high on Patrick Williams. Love that kid's upside. He might be the next Kawhi. He might not be. However, what I do know is our chances is better with Christian Wood, even with a healthy Patrick Williams, because of his size, his length, his versatility. He plays pretty well inside. I mean, he plays center for Houston Rockets. So imagine him, Vooch, DeMar, LaVine, and Ball. That's a formidable starting five. Now, trading Kobe White, I wouldn't be worried about that because I do love Ayo anyway. I'm pretty upset that Kobe is getting Ayo's minutes because I think, yes, we're addressing the problems as far as scoring on the second unit, but the way Billy is playing our starters right now, he's staggering it. Like he takes out DeMar, halfway first quarter, put him with the second unit in the second quarter. So I'm not too worried about the scoring ability because he can stagger our starters anyway and mix and match them and then have them close all the way at the end so that they kind of play with the bench players. And we got Caruso on the back with Ayo, with DJ. Hey, would I love to keep Patrick Williams? Absolutely. I would take DJ, Troy Brown Jr., and Kobe White. If that's what it would take, I'd be happy. I'd keep Patrick Williams any day. But I personally feel that the Rockets wouldn't even pick up the phone without Patrick Williams, being noticed. And I don't know. Let me know on the comments down below. Is that a massive risk? Trading Patrick Williams and Kobe White for Christian Wood. Would you guys be opposed to that? Because at this point, I'm not even sure, but I'm leaning towards it if that's what it takes to get Christian Wood. Again, he's only 26. It's not like he's super old. He fits the timeline of LaVine and Ball, which is by the time Patrick Williams becomes good, he's 20 years old now. Vooch, and I mean, he's really good now, but don't get me wrong, to develop an offensive game and all that stuff, maybe the next one to LaVine, it might take a while. That means Vooch and DeMar is going to be on the decline. So let's see what happens. Let me hear your thoughts. Once again, Bulls Nation, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. If you're a fellow Bulls fan and want to support the Bulls just like I do, let's talk. I would love to hear your thoughts. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.